It's a meta watch party.
For
Oh my god.
over 6 months. I personally feel like it shouldn't.
Do you hear that noise in the background?
Just let me know it's loud and I would have turned it off for you. You don't have to do that.
Turned it off.
I didn't do anything. I asked you a simple question. I didn't do anything. Do you hear that noise in the background? It's a yes or no question.
Yes, I do. The fan
That's the problem. Go ahead.
in college, but we were friends prior.
No one gives a f if you haven't been at the house because you're there because you at college. It doesn't matter. You're there now. This
What?
is wrong with your women. That's why y'all stay single. That's why the is doing what he's doing. He ain't doing you the bare minimum because you can't change the battery. Idiot.
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good
Doing
morning.
good. What's going on?
Okay, so I've been talking to this guy since the last year. And now I know before you judge me, the timeline is long. You shouldn't be talking to a person for
Oh.
over 6 months. I personally feel like
What?
it shouldn't last that long. People
Damn.
are already aware of what they want. But I get it. You don't have to rush relationships or the talking stage. That's understandable.
It just died real
So
quick.
my question is, I've been talking to this
She
guy
just like,
since last
don't even
year. We
notice
met in
his
college.
reaction.
I'm a sophomore. You
Can't
can't hear
make
me?
this shit up.
Can we hear her?
You can hear me? Listen, don't judge. Hear the
Oh,
story
we can
first.
hear.
Why are you shaking your head?
Don't we gonna
Do you hear
judge?
that noise in the background?
Just let me know it's loud and I would have turned it off for you. You don't have to do that.
I didn't do anything. I asked you a simple question. I didn't do anything. Do you hear that noise in the background? It's a yes or no question.
Yes, I do. The fan.
That's the problem. Go ahead. We're just gonna let it. We're just gonna let it rock. We're gonna let it rock out. She don't even hear it, y'all. Keep going. I'm listening.
Is the fan a problem?
The fan.
Keep going. Just go. Just you don't even know. You have literally no idea. You have completely toned the noise out. Just
Hey.
You're
and that be my
supposed to
point.
put me on game. Like, why you?
I want you to finish, and then I want to make that
Game.
point. I want you to go
Okay.
ahead and get to your point, though.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make that point, and I'm gonna make it to where you understand what I'm trying to say. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. So we was talking. We met in August last year in college, but we were friends prior to this. We actually met my first year in college, but we was just friends. It was never nothing more than that. So
Okay.
we always kind of had like an attraction to each other, but I didn't let it foster because I was in a relationship at the
That's
time.
scary.
So I kept boundaries
Well,
between the two, and it was never just a one-on-one relationship friendship between us. We actually was a group of friends at first. It was him and it was some other friends. Cool. So when fall semester came up, it wasn't just friendship anymore. It
Yo,
just
Shorty's tell
became
the
like
worst stories.
we both fed into it. And I wasn't in a relationship at the time though, when I started to talk to this person on a relationship basis. So this person constantly doesn't do like the little things that's needed in a relationship, right? Now, I know it's very important to not match somebody's energy, but it's so hard to love somebody correctly when they're not loving you the same way. I know the best option is to just walk away, but it becomes harder to walk away when you actually care. So I just feel like this person doesn't do the little things, but they constantly
what they
tell
talking
me
about.
like, oh,
Yeah.
what they want better for me,
I'm
what they
very
want more
listening.
for me personally. But I feel like as a man,
What's your main point?
I was about to say,
Thank
she has
you.
made
Just
no
keep going.
points.
What's the
What's your main point?
She made
question?
no points.
my main point
She had to
is
explain.
Main question.
why does this person want more out of me to give me like to give me more, like to just do to lead as a man? Like, why does he feel like I have to come this way? Mind you, I don't have no problem with that, but it's like, why wouldn't you want to lead that way as a man? Why wouldn't
I
you
got
want to
no
give the
problem
things
with
you're,
it,
you know what I'm saying?
but
Getting like, you don't
I'm
even
not
put out
doing
that
it.
energy and you want me to be the
And I'm
best
gonna ask
woman.
somebody else.
How long have you been? Do you live alone?
No, sir. I'm 21 and I'm in college. I stay with my mom.
Mm.
And don't no man live there. I'm almost certain, right?
That's correct.
How long have who's been there? What man has been there recently at that house?
She don't get it.
No one.
Okay.
Bring that man over. She want to
I'm gonna
date.
hold on. Let's just wait. I'm gonna give it a few seconds.
Ask
Yeah.
him to go buy a number 9
V.
9V
They
battery
send
on
me
his
from
way
home.
over.
Did you hear the noise? And so okay, so you have completely, and I did that to prove a point. You have completely toned out the sound, ma'am. There is a smoke alarm that is beeping because the battery is low. And the reason why I hyper focus on this so much, and a lot of women don't understand it, it's not about the smoke alarm. It's about the principle. I'm trolling and joking a little bit, but I'm being serious. When y'all have these smoke alarms beeping and you can't even hear the sound anymore, what happens is that is an example of a lot of things that are going on in your life that you have probably toned out that are an issue that you are not fixing. So it's not about the smoke alarm. It could be the way that you communicate with people. It could be your diet. It could be your lack of work ethic.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be, something so small like that says a lot. And that's why I asked, has there been any man there? Because no valuable man, no real man is going to sit around at a house and have a smoke alarm beeping and he ain't going to get his grown ass up and change the fucking smoke detector. So the fact that there's, now I'm not taking accountability away from you and your mama because y'all two grown ass women. That smoke detector needs to be fixed.
Facts. Just get a step stool.
It got to be fixed. And the fact that you can't hear it and your mama can't hear it is even worse. So I want you to do something for me. Now I'm going to answer your question that you have. I want you to,
A ladder
if
and
your
a battery.
mama around or she not there, next time your mama around, ask her when you hear the beep, ask her, Mom, do you hear that noise? And she's more than likely going to tell you, no, what noise? And it's going to hit you with exactly what I'm talking about. Now, about the question that you asking me about the guy.
Can I respond now, please?
Oh yeah, tell
About
us
the
about
smoke
that
alarm?
battery.
Yeah, not really. I just want to respond because I can respond.
I mean,
To
sure, I haven't
what?
really given my perspective on your question.
Yeah, but you spoke on the smoke alarm. So
Okay,
I can
speak on
respond to
that.
part.
Okay. She didn't say
So
that.
my response to that is, you asked me my situation first. I'm sure to clarify before you gave your answer, but like I said, I'm a college student. I'm a first generational college student in my family. The first to ever go, and I'm 21. I'm not home. I don't live in my house majority of the year. So when I am home,
So what? What
So
does that have
when
to
I am
do?
home-
What does that have to do with the fact that there's still a smoke alarm? As soon as you walk in the house and you hear it, you should do something to change it.
no, I
That's
wasn't
not the
finished.
point.
No, I wasn't finished.
It-
And I
but,
don't
Okay.
respect
but
you.
your point doesn't make any sense though. It doesn't matter
But
if
you
you're
didn't
not
let me get
there.
to my point.
Okay. I don't
What
care
is the
about your point
point?
though because your point is irrelevant because you're not listening. This is the thing when we're talking about combative, emotional, argumentative women. Instead of you actually listening and hearing my point, you're listening to defend and respond instead of listening to understand. That's the problem.
Yeah,
It doesn't
that's
matter if you
facts.
haven't been at the fucking house.
Right.
What matters is
It's
the
true.
fact that you're there and you hear it. And I just
She's
asked
there
you,
right
actually you
now.
didn't hear it. I
She
asked
didn't
you,
hear
did
it.
you hear it? And you said no. So that further proves my point. No one gives a fuck if you haven't been at the house because you're there because you at college. It doesn't matter. You're there now. And you've been there.
Exactly.
You've been there. I've been to
She on
college. I
phone.
graduated. I finished. I've been to multiple four-year universities. It doesn't matter. I'm a first generation college student. Nobody gives a fuck. You and everybody else. Nobody cares. The point is,
Her mom
you ain't
still
fixing
lives
that
there.
smoke alarm and you didn't hear it. So you have toned it out. So actually that makes my point even more and that makes it even
Tuned
worse.
it.
The fact that you ain't been there and you don't hear the smoke alarm and it took me to tell you, that's because I'm a man. I'm a real man and I'm gonna check that shit. And and you women need to start handling your business when it comes to shit like that.
They
Nobody
so
should have to treat
independent.
you as
As
grown
a grown
adults.
man, let me finish my sentence. And you
But you're gonna make sense though. Make sense though.
That is so insane to me. I didn't be rude to you. And
Have a good day. Fix your fucking smoke alarm.
Mm.
This is wrong with you women. That's why y'all stay single. That's why them niggas doing what he doing. He ain't doing you the bare minimum because you can't even change the fucking battery. Idiot.